Good morning, my good people of Sierra Leone. Good morning, well wishers of Sierra Leone. This na small talk, and this na Yusufu Kargbo of Southern California. Today we dey talk about the declaration of assets na Sierra Leone, and today na the 29th of June 2018. California time right now is 5:45. I'm on my way to work. The first thing I listen to na the parliamentarians them will then set aside and then put somebody who then say na the man who they can fight corruption, and the process of selecting the person where they come head the Department of Anti-Corruption. The process is also corrupt. So if you don't begin with corruption, wait till you feel to say go end up being that process a corrupt process. There is no clarity. There is no intention for any of them tear what they happen to for benefit the public. That's not the one phase of it. The second phase of it is the same man who they head the anti-corruption are the same man then they go declare their assets to. Who them public people get. And then say declaration. The very word of declaration means to reveal something. But at the tail end of it, then say that process they would and they declare the asset, not something would then for keep secret. If you they make declaration, that means say na public now for let you inform the public of waiting they happen. Now in declaration mean. But if you they keep that in the secret, that again is deceitful and plus not a legal thing for do. Because if you now remember 56 years ago, we declare we independent. When you declare independent now for the public, for the entire public, gonna let everybody know. And when we become a republic, we declare a republic for the nation. Anything on a declaration, and if especially this will fall under the so-called anti-corruption probe. This for even more be clearer than any of them two important processes than the what we go through. My fellow citizens, somebody they try for pull the wool over on our head. And the people that would they praise this guy, saying an intelligent guy, will come for car head the anti-corruption process. I'm willing to be on the record that I not feel to say a possible intelligent and a possible know waiting it do and waiting it get for talk about. The reason why I say that is because if in a possible intelligent, I agree with you now for say a young, yes, a young, he can learn the process. But at this moment, it not impress me as somebody who intelligent. Because if he me intelligent, enough for me allow the process will happen so. Will then side swipe the parliamentarians them. Will get for nominate them for the job happen. If he in me active lawyer will sabi in work, enough for me allow that for happen. And the second thing will enough for me allow for happen also now for let it allow them for say this na secret. And not tell me say then tie in hand or he not able to do anything about that. All man able for do anything about waiting they go on now with government. The only thing wo they set we behind now the fact say we not able for challenge the executive branch now with government, and that get for stop. If we not stop, we just dey waste with time in this democratic process wey they claim say we dey try for practice. The reason why the executive branch gets so much power is because we no want for rely on we constitution for make laws them or for interpret laws them. What they benefit we all. We all they say this now the president, and the president in people the way again a parliament, then they see far, then just they see for now because their only interest in the cycle of things. Now because they want full them pocket and manage their own affair and neglect the affairs them of the public. My dear fellow citizen, we get for change unless we all team up uniformly and say this is enough, enough is enough. We are tired of this nonsense where they happen so day after day, years after years, and we all women young now, we all old, and we not see no progress, and we not go ever see progress if we continue they do things then the way they do too. We left all we plans them, all we public affairs them for let one person they manage them, one are the president. If you ask me, in Sierra Leone, the president is the head of everything. The president is even bigger and stronger than the constitution will put him na power, which for be impossible. Then people here, we all vote for them. And if we all vote for them and any inquiry would they happen na Salone, what they say inquiry na Salone na because the public get interest by that inquiry day, na he make una the older inquiry day. Not to foresay una the do am. And inquiry not to the law of the land as a matter of fact. If una the do am right to, because the way una they do things at bang and the new direction than the what una get. And una not get any detailed information about una none, even the press, not all them people here waiting they mean by new direction. A direction can go either way. And the way what this they go so right now is sideways. And if it go in full chrome, we go end up na the bottom of the pit. Because na that direction there we go, we are going down. And if the president not catch up right now, if he say he can be a meaningful president, the first thing we for do now for let it make am possible for let it cut down all of these executive powers that will he get and come to the constitution and do what in the constitution expect of him. But if they go and derail the simplest thing, one a declaration, and you pick your nominee, you not allow the parliament for select them in their own way, would them feel to say this person qualify for be elected. Well, first of all, they're all within a parliament except for few. Then don't already know say they have to nominate this guy for this job because now the president pick him. And if he not nominate him, they not get the audacity for ask the president for nominate somebody who qualify than this person. Any person, I bet you now throughout this government, any person will be pick, then they pick absolutely, and all of them go vote for him. Only few go with him. So wetin BO do so not to think wo if for me do, if for me left the process for let it happen, so let them see and say na person will get clarity. Whether if for me do wetin he do so, where he circumvent the process, then people hear them for me nominate this guy. But he want make sure say they nominate him, now he make he circumvent the constitution and do things the way he do and so. Una get for land. This process here what they happen so, all waiting they happen so, what una they do na mago is unnecessary. Within the context of waiting Sierra Leoneans them believe, even the parliamentarians them don't get a subliminal message say waiting the presidency na nef court. Even with civil society them, none of them not able for challenge the president in authorities them. I can understand why. Because the judiciary also get that subliminal message the messages then they for say, you know, they boycott waiting the president say you for do am. For the same reason I've always been naming, because everybody holding a position of power, then they for their own self-interest, not for public interest. They all what they can they so they all poor. Another thing what I want for emphasize, when you declare you assets, you for also declare you debt them what you get. Because assets na debt, na asset minus debt. When you don't pull that debt up and you asset, you debt na liability to you asset. So you for also take into consideration of you debt them what you get. If you not take that into consideration, then people here can kind of power and pay all them debts them, and you not go see any change in their assets. But right now, if you say you get 10 leons and you debt now 7 leons, that means say you asset now 3 leon. Because the rest of it now liability. And you can come and pay them people and they by crook or by eliciting public fund to pay those people. If una not know that, I hope say now una take that into consideration. My dear fellow citizen, I'm not here to oppose anybody. I not oppose anything what anybody they do. Wetin me they talk, na the truth, na the fact, and na wetin I they see, and wetin I measure in my own barometer if it right or wrong. And anybody who disagree with me can disagree with me, and let them come with their own reason why they feel to say wetin I they talk is incorrect. My fellow citizen, Sierra Leone is not a hard place. Sierra Leone is not a difficult place for take control of. Sierra Leone get beaucoup potentials them. But the people who they hinder with potential, now them people here who will put na power, and then people here who we feel to say go do the right thing, now then they disrupt we economy. We economy need somebody, like I always tell una, I mean get and still emphasize on them criteria then they. And I hope say this term Dr. Kande Umkela don't begin the adhere to them criteria then they. Because me criteria for let you rule Salone, not to so much for let you come just come and can rule Salone without providing evidence, say you get interest of the country. The first evidence where you forget, according to me criteria, you for be na Salone, you for did it physically na Salone for 5 years. So you can mix and understand the process of waiting to go on locally. We now president not live na Salone, he mean live na London. And where you live any side, like anybody else, now waiting they go on, now you surrounding, you they pay most keen attention to. If you not know that. But with president Minde na England, for let you understand Salone and take Salone into heart, it will be very difficult. Maybe during in time within the process, but that is too late because in Minde na Salone will in get anything. It then as Salone now at the height, at the highest position. My dear fellow citizen, that's now one of my criteria. The second criteria who I'm in develop is the fact say anybody who they come for be president na Salone, for get certain amount of asset na Salone, will go know say this person get enough for let if even self is a thief and corrupt, it not go do so much damage to the economy because we all know say money not do. But if that person they don't build certain thing what amount to a substantial amount, that person they know how money had forget. But una they go and pick people them, elect them bond them as some bagota, elect they not get nothing, then can and fill una with words them, una they feel to say then what's then una get for eat. We not get nobody in Salone will get enough money. The people that will get enough money will they overseas will get enough money for drive the economy. They not go get interest for candy because of all the yuki will una get. Salone and them we get for wake up. Now that na my second criteria. And my third criteria, you for don't establish yourself na Salone where you don't impact the country in many ways, financially, educationally, and many other ways them what the people recognize say you na somebody without being a president, without being in public office, you they do something what they raise the people a hope. Now them candidates then they una for look out for. Not to the person no more will come out overseas, he can't say in get sense pass una all una go put and day. I agree with that. Now Dr. Kande Umkela, they show his strides on that. And it try for make una understand say income for real. Because now it can't na Salone for over 5 years now before the next election. And now it don't show and say it get interest but lots of things them. It don't try for improve certain sectors them, even though una not get credit for that. And now it try for speak for una and make sure say they make changes na that parliament they will go affect on our all life. Una begin to pay attention. Well, I'm close to work now. I'm about to park my car and go and perform my duties as always. And I want to remind una say nobody need to force me for can na work on time. I can work on time because of my financial interest na me work. If you not pay the people them enough, then go afraid for them and not go na workplace on time. Because they know say the livelihood depend on them. That job day, then go get plan for that job day for let them become somebody out of that job day. But when you get a job where you need to pay the people them enough, when the people them not able for survive safe, now that job day, how them go take responsibility of the job. Una know say incentive na powerful tool for let somebody pay attention by in job or whatever he do, whether in an entrepreneur, whether in a na self-made man, whether in the work for the government or the work for the private sector. The only incentive for let somebody, a mortal man, pay attention by in job na for pay her enough. When that person they get dignity now in job, and the only way they clarify that dignity they now what you pay her enough for them take care of himself and he take care of his family them. So you don't need a presidential decree for tell you say go now you job. If you job now in you soul, and if you job now in the give you waiting you for eat and waiting you for wear. But when you do go na job, the money wey dem dey pay you, need to last you say for two weeks. E done. You need to able for pay things them for you, pikin them for thrive. How you go pay attention pan that job day? Now im make we job them people and they go they not satisfied. The satisfaction rate of all una employees them is very low. If you not check on that, una go know the reason why people need to go na job, people need to perform well na them job, people need to do things the right way them. Now just because for that simple fact they say una they pay them granite money. And I left una with this na small talk, and I hope say we all they pay attention and we all they try for civilized. Until next time, I talk to you. Bye-bye.